everybody. Welcome back to Awesome Autographs and More. Again, we had another busy day in the mailbox. We had 7 today. Finally kind of got my new spot for videoing here in the new house. The decor is temporary because I just haven't gotten around to even thinking about it. So I've just been taking the little knickknacks that are floating around the room. I have decided that each video I'm going to put up some memorabilia that's autographed. As you can, I don't know, maybe you can't see on the video. I guess maybe it's not as obvious as I thought it might be, but they're fairly old. Both of those balls were signed back in the early 1990s. I'm sure you want to know who they are, so I will show this one first. This is the very first baseball I ever had autographed, and it is Mr. Yogi Berra. He got it signed at a show. I'm trying to remember. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was there was a, for lack of a better term, a card/autograph show tied to a Don Drysdale golf charity event in, I think it was Orange County, California. I was living out there at the time. And so there were several people that attended that show. He was one of them, and I got him to sign that baseball. It was the first time I had met him. He was not a very nice person that day. And as a result, I walked away with a fairly bad opinion of him. I did meet him a couple of years later, and he was as nice as anything. He was awesome. So, I mean, obviously, I hit him on a bad day. We're all allowed to have our bad days. I guess former Major League Baseball players are no different. Anyways, the other ball, which was signed a little bit later, I want to say probably 96, maybe, Mr. Joe DiMaggio. Whenever anybody asks me what my favorite autographs are, it's very hard for me to pick one, but that Joe DiMaggio baseball is definitely up there. I have that. I actually have a football signed by Tom Brady. I have a game-used Russian hockey stick autographed by Pavel Bure. Those are definitely up there. And then the other things that are my favorites are all the things that I had particularly good experiences with in getting the autographs and meeting the various athletes. As I go through and display some of the stuff I have, I'll give you some of the little background stories or whatever, but I'll try to swap these out each video, and then we'll go from there, because I don't leave them out in this bright light very long at this point. But anyways, let's get into our TTMs. We have 7 in the box today. I'm going to have to get used to this new spot where I'm going to put everything. As I take them apart, I have all my little labels that they go in their binders with. First up, we have an NHL return, a 4-for-4 success in 14 days from Mr. Russ Courtnall. We'll see how the lighting works over here. I have a different light, so I got to watch the glare. Sorry, this may take me a few tries to get this down, but he nicely signed these 4 cards. Next to my 1990 Leaf baseball set, I love these Leaf cards that came out in '93. They used them for hockey, baseball. I don't remember if they have them in football and basketball though. But these are just really nice cards. They got a lot of really awesome pictures. The design's very clean. I wish they'd use this design again or something similar to it, man. The leaf designs they used were, in my book, really, really awesome. I'm going to leave that one on top just because I like it. Okay, next up, we have a 3 of 3 success in 43 days. Former Major League Baseball player, Mr. Popovich. And if you're listening, Mr. Serena, here's a option for your 1970 top set. Don't know if you have him signed yet or not, but there's a nice card. He's got a good autograph. Very nice. That's 72 tops. And that's 70 something that I'm not sure of. It's Mr. Paul Popovich. Okay, third one in the box today is a football player, former NFL. A 2 of 2 success from Mr. Albert Bentley. The only card I had of his, so he also sent a generic football autograph card. It's Mr. Albert Bentley. He played, how long did he play? 85 to 92. 7 years with Indianapolis, and then finished up his career with a year in Pittsburgh. And next up, we have another baseball return. This is a 2 of 2 success. And I limited this to 2 this time just because of his circumstances, and probably won't bother him again till he's fully recovered. Having been through the whole cancer thing myself multiple times, it's not fun, and they get more and more intense as you get into your second times and third times, et cetera, et cetera. So think I'm going to let Mr. Sandberg be for a while. But Ryne Sandberg, 2 for 2. Got this baseball 1990 Leaf card, which I have a couple of them. I just decided I would get another one signed, and this is Fleer, I think, Baseball's Best, 1986. And Mr. Sandberg played from 81 through 1881, right? 1981 to 1997. Mr. Ryne Sandberg. Thank you, Mr. Sandberg, and please do get well soon. Next up is a 1 of 2 success, and I'm not quite sure why I only got one back, because I sent the fee. But Mr. Ed Too Tall Jones. I had this card and one other of his, and I'm kind of glad he sent this one back. This is a really, really cool card. It's a fairly recent card, I think. Well, yeah, 2017 Panini Classic Football. At least I think that's what it says. Oops. Put this front and center here. Mr. Ed Too Tall Jones. And next up, we have another NFL return. And no basketball today. Oh well, we had a few of them yesterday. This is a cool one. This is a 4 of 4 success in 15 days from former NFL player, Mr. Charlie Joyner. Mr. Joyner signed 4 cards. He played from 1969 to 1986 for Houston, Cincinnati, and San Diego. This card is not in very good condition. It's got like a gum or some kind of a stain up here. It's kind of rough. I've tried all of the secret ways of trying to get that cleaned up, but this seems to be about as good as it gets. But that's okay. It still came out awesome. Looks very nice. And then we have this 2022 score, which he nicely signed with a Hall of Fame inscription. And then we have this red foil version of the same card. And I'm not going to be able to read that. It is numbered. I'll put it up close. Hopefully you guys can read it. Hopefully I'm right side up and not upside down. And fourth, we have this nice generic football autograph card. And last but not least, and there's actually a story that goes along with this one. I'm usually very good about keeping records and knowing who I've sent to and when I've sent to them, etc., etc., etc. Well, I have screwed up twice in the last 2 months. But this return, 4 of 4 success in 46 days from Jay Bell. Awesome. I've gotten him a number of times before through the mail. Early January, I went through and, kind of pulled cards of all the people who I hadn't sent to in, a year or more, and pulled out these 4 cards, which came out beautifully. Earlier in February, I started working on the challenge of the teams, or battle of the teams, which I've talked about on a few other videos, where I have been randomly chosen to go after TTM autographs for players from the Cleveland Indians / Guardians. And it just so happens that Mr. Bell played for the Indians early on in his career before he went over to Pittsburgh. So I just went after all my Cleveland Indian cards. So I sent another package to Mr. Bell. Went out probably a week or week and a half ago. So this is the one I sent in January because it has the 1990 Leaf card. This was the last 1990 Leaf card of his that I had. So I know this is the January pack, and there's no way he would have gotten the one I just sent this month. So next month you should see another 4-pack of cards from Mr. J. Bell that probably looks a lot like this one, with the exception of the Leaf card for sure, because I know this is the last one. I didn't have another one to send. But anyways, we got 1990 Leaf. We have this really cool, I'm pretty sure this is a Donruss card. Oh, sorry, it's a Leaf card. My bad. The next one is a Donruss. And a 1988 Topps Indians card. I did have another one of those, and it is in the second envelope I sent to Mr. J. Bell. This is too early to count for the contest. The contest does not start accumulating until Monday next week, which I believe is March 3rd. So when the next batch comes in, I'll get a point for J. Bell. This one, unfortunately, doesn't count. And if I had realized I had already sent that out, I would not have sent another one so quickly. I might have still sent another one I probably would have just sent 1 or 2 cards to be able to get a Cleveland one in the proper time frame for the challenge. The other duplicate that I sent, I literally sent it about 1 month apart. I sent one on, I think it was January 10th, and the second one went out on February 10th or 12th, and it was a football request to Billy Sims. So we'll see what happens with those. If he sits down all at once and starts signing, he will definitely see 2, because I'm sure he's got both of them by now. I don't know how that happened either, but I guess every so often it does. But that's it for today. Thanks for listening to me babble. I want to definitely thank all these athletes for signing these cards for me. Want to thank you guys for watching, taking the time. Please feel free to comment below on any of the videos. If anybody ever has any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. If you watch my videos with the giveaways, you'll also get the emails attached to the videos, and I have no objection to receiving emails either. I don't guarantee you'll get an immediate answer, but I will eventually answer it. If you do send me an email, though, please put something in the description that indicates you're communicating with me regarding the YouTube videos. That way there, at least I know what the email is and what it's about, so I don't just delete it. I do that because I've been retired for almost 4 years now, and I still get a bunch of advertising junk emails from when I was working. I have not yet gotten rid of all of them. Gotten rid of most of them, but not all of them. But anyways, that's it for today. Thank you very much. Please hit the like button over here. It helps out these videos so much, you will never know. If you're not already subscribed, you may do so right there. And ring the bell to set up notifications for future videos. Thanks again. Have a great evening. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.